Hey guys, Winter here, and today I'm in the Appalachian Mountains of upstate New York. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a little bit chilly, but as you can see, fresh snow on the trees, beautiful sight, really fitting for the holiday season. Now, I have some answers to some of the questions that you've asked over the last week, and we'll get to that in a second. First off, I want to talk to you about while working hard, while believing in yourself, while pursuing and achieving your dreams, especially during the holiday season, but all year round, taking the time to spend time with loved ones. That's always important. Sometimes, even myself, we can get so locked down, so driven in what we're trying to achieve, so driven in what we're trying to do, that we don't even take the time to appreciate the loved ones around us. Life is short. People can disappear pretty darn quickly. So as you're achieving your dreams, as you're working towards what you want in life, do take the time to love those. Do take the time to appreciate the loved ones around you. So with that said, let's take a look at some of the answers to those burning questions that you've had over the last week. Thank you.
The first question comes from Marilyn, who asks this. Hi Winter, I'm working to build up my business as a faster EFT practitioner. I have been holding seminars, but I'm finding it harder and harder to get people to come. The last few were a total disaster, and I felt discouraged. The previous feedback I obtained indicated that they loved the seminars, but even though I suggested that they tell their friends and invite them along next time, it doesn't seem to happen. I put out the news on social media as well as through a couple of outlets around town. Can you suggest any other way in which I tell people that I can promote myself? Thank you. First of all, Marilyn, congratulations on the positive feedback you've received from your seminar participants. That definitely means you're doing something right. Word of mouth is the most powerful form of advertisement there is. Word of mouth can cause a YouTube video to go viral. Friends, family, and even strangers might recommend the video to others through word of mouth, even if that word of mouth is communicated electronically. Word of mouth turned the offbeat but inspiring book, The Shack, into a bestseller. Believe it or not, William Young started out with a handful of Xeroxed copies for family and friends. But everyone liked it so much, they began to spread the word around, and it became a huge bestseller. Thing is, no amount of advertising can make a low-quality product, and seminars are products, sell though. Now, I'm not saying you have a bad products on your hands. I'm not saying that at all. The fact that you've had people tell you they love the seminars means you have a good quality product, and that's great. There is always room for improvement though. Your first order of business is to take a closer look at your program. Your program undoubtedly has plenty of strengths. Look at those first. What do you know you are doing right? Then look at areas that are less strong, areas that may need some building up. There's no shame in the fact that your program may need some fine-tuning. In fact, it's to be expected. Since it's hard to be objective about your own work, because honestly, our emotions often blind us to both our strengths and our weaknesses, do consult close friends and mentors in order to find ways to improve. There are also many mastermind groups available. I love these. This is a great place to get objective feedback from people who are coming together to harness the power of two heads or better than one theory for their enterprises. Google Mastermind and look for meetings near you. Another possibility is to join Toastmasters. Now, this is an organization that has been helping people learn better public speaking skills for decades. During these Toastmasters sessions, you'll present your materials to an audience and receive valuable feedback about your presentation and how you might be able to improve on it. You may find out that there is something very simple that is holding back the kind of energy generation you want and need. Sometimes presenters learn they are simply not making enough eye contact, or they have too serious an expression on their face, or they're engaging in nervous hand wringing that might be putting off their audience. You might try making a video of yourself in action and watching it. Again, look for both strengths and weaknesses. You might be pleasantly surprised at how professional, confident, charismatic you are, and that may give you the extra boost of confidence you need to get through any dry spells of discouragement. Or you might spot an error you can correct. You mentioned putting out the news about your seminars on social media. Does your social media platforms allow for comments? You should be able to enable a comment section in order to keep polling your potential public. Because honestly, feedback is key. Now, since you're a practitioner of faster EFT, I'm pretty sure you understand the power of the mind. But here's something you should consider. Are you consciously or unconsciously harboring secret thoughts of failure, inadequacy, and discouragement? These will definitely work against you if you are. Check your motivation. Faster EFT is something designed to benefit people. Very few people can resist something that they feel is genuinely beneficial to them. Are you focusing too much on money, either craving it or fearing its lack? Of course, the purpose of any business is to generate an income, but yours is more altruistic than that. You genuinely want to help people. Make sure you keep that at the forefront of your mind. People will sense that you are out to do them good, and they will want to come to you. Make that clear by offering something free. A free videotaped lecture on your website. Perhaps a free ebook that you write and give away. A free individualized personal counseling session for the first 10 people who sign up for your seminars. Or a free introductory session at your local library. Most libraries have conference room available for free. A lot of people will come to something free, and a percentage of them will sign up for a further study. For all its spiritual and psychological components, becoming a faster EFT provider is setting up your own business and generating your own sales. Setting up and succeeding at your own business, no matter whether you are selling gimcracks or helpful concepts, is always a lot of hard work and takes great determination. In the end, your determination to succeed will be the deciding factor. If this is really what you want to do, give it your all. Don't give up. Don't let self-doubts affect you. Don't get discouraged. From the positive feedback you've received, it sounds like you're on the right track. You're offering genuinely helpful services that you believe in. You're doing a lot of the right things. Determine that you will take your passion and make this happen, and you will succeed. Okay, now this next question comes from Jean, who says, I have two major interests. One is writing, and the other is painting. I have an education and working experience as an artist. I also maintain my own website. I love writing and have self-published a collection of short stories. My problem is that I don't want to neglect my visual art interest, but I'm not sure it will bring me any income to count on. Writing is a little more hopeful as far as the income goes. I am torn between the two. I urgently need to make some income to supplement my retirement income. Jean, it's great that you're so artistically inclined. Being creative is one of life's greatest joys, whether we're creating a painting, a novel, a great meal, a birdhouse. Many people experience their deepest joy through creative, artistic pursuits. People who are able to turn their hobbies into income are very, very lucky indeed. The antiques collector who eventually opens his or her own antique store, or the horse-loving teenager who gets a job in a stable grooming and exercising horses are examples of people who love going to work. There are many examples of people who have turned a hobby or interest into an income opportunity, especially now. With the advent of the internet, you don't even need a brick and mortar store to sell your goods and services. Since you say you have working experience as an artist, it sounds like you have generated income from this particular hobby or interest of yours. If that's the case, it certainly has the potential to supplement your retirement income. You also mentioned that art was part of your educational background. Since that's the case, it sounds like you have some credentials to offer art lessons. This could be a source of satisfaction and income. What about offering art courses to the public? Many municipalities offer evening and weekend classes. Check your local newspaper or online for such opportunities to apply to teach a course. Now, if you're near any community colleges or universities, you can also apply to teach non-degree courses through their continuing education series. Local museums may also allow you to offer courses for free. And don't forget about after-school programs such as at a Boys and Girls Club or YMCA. Many families are looking for safe, constructive after-school activities for their children. If you have space, you could set aside a small room in your house as an art classroom, or just use your kitchen table. Your ability to teach art would be a welcome edge you would have over other childcare services. You could combine teaching art with offering after-school care. It sounds like you have a little less education and work experience in the writing field since you did not mention that being part of your credentials as you did artwork. But many local newspapers need reporters. In fact, small local newspapers and their online counterparts are often in need of material to fill their weekly pages. Could your interest in writing be channeled into being a reporter? Sometimes newspapers need someone who is willing to attend school board meetings or other municipal meetings and report on them. Perhaps in time you could become a paid columnist in the local newspapers if you contribute a few free articles to get started and they like your work. These local community approaches to generating income from your interests have the added advantage of getting you into circulation in the community. This is a great benefit, as loneliness and being out of the work-a-day world often contribute to depression in retired people. Being in circulation will keep you upbeat and informed. If bigger and better work opportunities in artwork or writing present themselves, you will be there to scoop them up. Being out and about in the community means you will keep your ear to the ground for any new openings and potential income generators. There are also online freelance writing websites where you can get in touch with potential clients, such as freelancer.com or guru.com. This may be a way to supplement your retirement income through writing. Since you're retired, you're at a great advantage to create and promote self-published works. The element of time holds many people back as they come home, exhausted from their day jobs, and cannot face working on the computer. As a retired person, you have time. Write an ebook about a topic that interests you, or find out what kinds of self-published ebooks are selling that you might be interested in writing. It's generally free or very, very low cost to self-publish. And once you've got your work published, you can promote it through blogging and or a website. You have time to blog, I'm sure. Maybe this is the time to blog and participate in other people's blogs. Some blogs generate income through including advertisements in a pay-per-click arrangement. And as your audience grows, so will your income. You can also sell your written works through your blog. Now, participating in other people's blogs is also a good way to get in touch with the field of interest and to direct people to your works on this subject. In my opinion, you have reached a wonderful stage in life when you finally have some time on your hands. There is no reason why you cannot use this time to pursue your creative interests and generate all kinds of values, including financial. Okay, we've got time for one last question, and this is from Mike, who says this. Now that I'm changing my mindset and trying to rewire my brain, I think differently about money. But I know it takes time to get real and noticeable results. So how can I stay positive in the meantime? How can I feel sure I will achieve my life goals even though I'm not seeing the outcome yet? Mike, it is great that you are working on changing your mindset for the better. It does take time to change our thinking. It takes time and true dedication. The mind is like a muscle. It has to be stretched, exercised, worked on before it can get into good shape. What's more, it needs maintenance once it is in a positive place. Now, if you stop exercising a muscle, it will grow weak again. So keep flexing that mind and you'll do just fine. One way to work out your mind's positive muscle is to keep a list of affirmations handy. Now, I remember when I was a kid, my father always had positive affirmations on Post-it notes all around the house. It's good to have at least 10 affirmations that you repeat to yourself throughout a day. Read them out loud in the morning and before you go to bed at night. During the day, seize on one that seems particularly appropriate. Affirmations put a little wind under your wings. They can help smooth out bumps in the road and shore up the mind when it starts getting bogged down with self-doubt. Another way to stay positive and motivated is to keep a gratitude journal. Now, this simple practice can transform your life. Even if your circumstances are slow to change, you will change within them and find that there are many positives in your life and you can build upon that. Start out small. Each day, think of 5 things you are grateful for and write them down. Now, writing them down is important because doing so solidifies them in your mind and makes them more of a substantial reality. Over time, expand your list to include 10 things, then 20. Seeing a beautiful bird in flight. Finding a parking spot right where you need one to be. The first great sip of coffee in the morning. These are all things to be thankful for. The more you appreciate your life, the more you will find in it to appreciate. You will be happier and more upbeat and begin to realize how lucky you truly are. Be grateful for all that you have as far as wealth goes. Because more wealth isn't going to come to you if you don't appreciate what you already have. Some people in the world never see $1 or a pile of change on their desk or dresser. Be thankful for what you have in the bank, the paychecks that come in, the wealth stored in your possessions, your property, or home. Don't think in terms of lack. It's an abundant universe out there. You only have to look around to see that nature's way is one of abundance. If you've ever grown a garden, you probably wound up giving away vegetables because nature produces so much. There is plenty to go around. There is also plenty of money to go around. There is a lot of money in this world. There is no reason why a satisfying portion of it can't come your way. Some recommend visualizing $1 amount on a paycheck to come your way. Others generate an attraction of wealth by saying as often as is appropriate, I love and appreciate money. Money is great. Suze Orman has said that money comes to those who respect it. Examine your thoughts about money and see if there are some negative clusters around it in your mind. Is there any fear, anger, jealousy, greed, or selfishness attached to your thoughts and feelings about money? Most of us have these kinds of thoughts and feelings, but they need to be changed. You can change those thoughts with affirmations too. For example, I always have everything I need. My future is secure. Generate positivity by forgiving those whom you think may have deprived you of opportunities for wealth, and forgive yourself for any missed opportunities. Generate positivity by being generous. When you give money to those in need, it tends to come back to you several times over. Remember, it is a generous universe. If you are generous, you are in tune with its abundance. You will achieve whatever you are truly determined to achieve. Usually it is less than a question of whether you will achieve your life goals, and more of a question of being sure what your life goals really are. So strive for clarity on what you really want. Remember the ancient Chinese saying, be careful what you wish for, you may get it. Make sure you really want to achieve your goals, that they are what you really want rather than what you think you should want. Once your goals are clear, set your mind to achieving them, and the means to achieve them will begin to manifest. You will have a positive mindset that not only attracts opportunity, you will have the mindset to notice it when it appears. Start out with the gratitude list. You will see almost immediate results from this. Keeping a gratitude journal has been shown clinically to uplift people who are depressed. The more you appreciate what you have, the more you will have to appreciate. The more you appreciate things, the wealthier you will feel, and the more wealth will be attracted to you.
All right, guys, I hope that helps some of you out. That's all the time I have for today. Again, after standing out here, I'm pretty chilly, so I'm going to duck inside. I'm wishing all of you a great holiday season. I'll be back soon. Again, this is Winter signing off, wishing all of you health, success, and wealth to each and everything you do. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season.